Hey, so I am Misty with Mystical Creations, and today I'm going to try some coasters with Infusible Ink. I've already cut them just to save some time. So the coasters that I'm using are not quite 4x4, so they're 3 7/8. So I just put them to 3.88 and I duplicated all of them. I just wanted to save some time, so I found these images. I actually used the images from Cricut. I do have a subscription. The font that I used is Wildlife. I can't remember if that came from Cricut or if I downloaded it from Creative Fabrica. So I'm just going to remove the squares because I don't need to cut them. With Infusible Ink, you are going to need to mirror it when you cut it because you're going to flip it upside down. I'm just going to move these out of the way real quick because when I go to make this, all of these are going to, the up to camps are going to be kind of all over the place, and I want them grouped together. It'll just be easier to weed and for me to remember where they're going. So I'm going to group and attach them. Group and then attach. I didn't cut the black out, so I will measure that out and do that on camera. I did one the other day and it came out okay. There was a little bit of smudging, not sure why, because there wasn't anything in the spot that I move these around some. Let me do this one first. Infusible Ink. I'm gonna want these to move in right where I have them, so I'm gonna move it right here. I should be able to keep them all. All right, so now I'm gonna wanna select them all. So I'm just gonna hold down my shift key. I'm gonna move over here. And they come in the same spot. I apologize about my desk. My desk is a disaster. I use this for school also. I'm on break at the moment, but I just haven't had a chance to. Now I'm gonna get my Infusible Ink sheets. So the first one, I'm pretty new to this. I am just kind of having fun. I have thought about doing a YouTube channel for a while, but kind of am nervous because I never really know what to talk about. And like I said, I'm super new. All right, so I'm gonna move this one over just a little bit more, and I'm gonna do this at 2 3/4. And all right, so there's the one for the deer. You're gonna do it signy side down, signy side. So now I'm gonna wanna mirror this whole thing because when we put it, we're gonna put them face down. I'm gonna go to browse all materials and, okay, Infusible Ink transfer sheet. Just cut it the last time on the settings that it came with and it was fine. Okay, so I'm gonna unload my mat. And sorry, I think my chair just totally hit my camera. So I'm just going to unload these and get rid of this. Now, I normally leave my pictures up so I can just make sure I know what they look like when I'm weeding them out. This isn't that big of a deal, but when things are a little bit more intricate, it's a little harder sometimes. At least for me. I have ADHD, so my attention span is very limited sometimes. And now you're just going to weed these. When I did this the other day, it kind of, yeah, so you go to pull it up, sometimes it just pulls the top off. of the paper, so it more like scratches it, which is not a big deal. It just makes it a pain. I just went through the carrier sheet, which again is also not a big deal. Hopefully you can actually see what I'm doing. This is the only thing that is a pain about this. That is definitely doesn't lead as easy as vinyl. But this is all you have. This is all you have. All right. And it doesn't seem to pull up the cut pieces. I noticed it actually cuts pretty well. I mean, you still obviously want to be careful, especially like in and around the antlers. When it does that, I just stick that in and pull that out. So like I said, I'm going to cut all this extra down. Oh, my deer's done. Done. I'm going to turn my heat press on. Alright, so I'm just going to lint roll these to get anything off of them. Just gonna see me clear these off, and I didn't realize I was off camera, so I'm just laying the infusible ink onto the coasters and taping them down with heat resistant tape. My husband come down, so I paused the video again. Probably a good thing because he was swearing up a storm. He's trying to mount my daughter's boyfriend's antlers, and I forgot to turn the light on. The heat press is all warmed up. If you're wondering why I have this cardboard down, it's because when I did the one the other day, it put a huge indent in my mat, so I'm probably gonna have to get a new mat. Well, that's fine. All right, so I'm gonna cover these over. It's 400 degrees for 260 seconds. So I have the HTV on, so it should be plenty enough pressure for those. So now we're just going to hang out. Okay, so that just beat. Take this off. I just want to transfer these. Hopefully I'm not in the camera. Over here. That's where my practice one was the other day. I'm not sure how long to wait to take these off. I'm gonna cool down a little bit more. Oh, that is one thing I did forget to buy. I forgot to get the cork to go underneath. I know sometimes you wait for it to cool down, so I'm gonna wait a little bit and then I'll come back. So these are warm. They're not like super hot. Oh, that came out good. See about the rest. Don't know what that was, but that came out pretty good. I'm actually super excited. I am impressed. That's great. I love it. Love it. Look at the deer. Holy. I will link where I got this. I picked it up at Michael's. You can order it online. Hobby Lobby didn't seem to have any, at least mine doesn't anyway. I do have other sublimation transfer sheets that has another design. I haven't used them because I thought the design was different than what it was, so I haven't figured out what to use them on yet. I'm trying to stay in camera, but sometimes it's a little hard. I have an all new respect for these people that do it all the time, and can stay into camera using my phone, so I have a really big lens, but it came out. Oh, she's gonna love them. Oh, I think there's a mark on that one right there, but I think that's from the tape. Look at the bear. Oh, he's already peeling off right here. Oh, there seems to be like marks. I don't know if you can see it, but like shadowing like the edge of where the infusible ink paper was. So I was thinking that's what happened on my practice one, was that where I moved the ink from paper that had the ink. I love these. These came out so good. I'm super excited. But yeah, so simple, super simple, super easy, and they actually come out really good. Maybe I should have picked something different than the ducks, but my dad is a duck hunter. So yeah, infusible ink. So it works if you don't have a sublimation printer. I mean, obviously you're kind of limited to what you can do, because it's going to be based on the pattern that you can buy. So like I said, there's others that you can order that's not from Cricut, and you can use these on polyester shirts and everything. So that's that for my first try. Thanks so much for tuning in, listening to me ramble on my debut. I will catch you guys on the next one.